What's up, everybody? NRW with the NEW, and today I got two of my good buddies here. I got Chana right here. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. And on the far left, we have the Murderbot himself, Dalek Sec Dale.
Exterminate.
How's it going, buddy?
Exterminate.
There we go. We're going to be exterminating everything in his path, so, you know, however that goes. But before we exterminate, we're going to watch a movie trailer. I have no idea what this is about, but it is called Them That Follow. It's supposed to be coming out this year, 2019, so let's check out the trailer.
Lady video.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Now, this rated R, so you can exterminate all those
Under 17.
NC-17s. There we go.
I can turn off my censor bleeps now.
We are not anti-children here. It's just not a family show.
There's something.
Thanks! Oh, that's Creeper.
What is
Who you choose, girl, chooses your whole life.
Alright.
What kind
My
of...
daughter's turned into a fine girl, and a good man has asked for her hand.
That's Creeper.
Yep.
He never laid eyes on something so pure.
We're never gonna make any sense.
What's rustling, you go?
The only thing that makes any sense in this place.
When the devil creeps in, you need someone to see the truth even when you don't.
You got a choice you got to make.
It's in the country.
I couldn't find my way to the truth of it. She ain't listen to the spirit.
The serpent will purify you. The serpent will cleanse you.
Oh!
The Quaker?
Is everything alright?
True story.
Yeah, that was like Quakers.
She can't be a part of your number.
You confirmed with this.
Yep. Quakers. Crazy. No, there's.
Oh, I didn't recognize.
Jim Gaffigan, that's what
What you doing?
Oh, that's some Creeper shit right there.
But wasn't there like a real life pastor dude who was
So,
he had the
that's-
snakes and...
That's what I was saying.
There's religions out in some of the mountains that
So no, they
incorporate
did,
snakes.
They do have that. That was part of it. Quakers did have it. Many. I don't know if it's still as practice, but anyway, like I remember hearing that.
Clearly it is.
Clearly, it is that they believed in. Once you were bitten by the snake, that you would be healed by the power of Christ or whatever. So, it's basically like fake healing kind of thing, which is what this looks like it's representing.
That's kind of ironic given the biblical context of the serpent.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like...
I think
Like,
that's
how'd you make that make sense?
Oh, when you're secret Satan worshippers and you opposite... Well, hear me out.
I'm here. I'm listening.
When you change the opposite roles of heaven and hell, that totally makes sense. And there have been some stories and other things that have manipulated the ways of viewing of heaven and hell. One of them being Berserk, totally off topic, where Berserk deals in the stories of demons and angels, where you see angels as these horrific demon-like things, and demons are angels. So really, who's the bad guy here? So yeah, I can kind of see that, but I'm just gonna say this: fuck no, that's scary. If you've ever had a snake around your neck, if you like snakes, and I think snakes are cool. But when they're around your neck like that, it is eerie as hell.
You sound like you know from experience.
I do.
That's
I've
terrible.
had somebody
Snake around my neck.
I've had someone put a boa around my neck, and
As long
it's
as
just
it's
started going around in circles.
That's
and
not supposed to happen.
Yeah, that starts getting
I mean,
creepy.
it is, but it's
No,
bad
it's
for
not.
you.
If it has to be fed before you do that, you don't want to do it when it's hungry.
Especially when your friend's like, "Nah, he's fine." It's like, it's getting tighter. Can you take the snake off, please? But this is like one of those horror movies that just is very unsettling, and it's a culty white person crazy fucking thing that we've
taking
seen.
religion off the deep end.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime you see a cult movie like this, it's going to be like some crazy outback white town type thing, some crazy ass fucking cult thing.
A place that will never be.
But I'm not really interested in this movie. I just don't see what the premise of the story of this little girl is. It's not in this trailer. It's not really given out that much.
Well,
that's what I'm just kind of like struggling. Like, what's the story about this woman about? Like, they're gonna get married. She gets stung. Like, I don't get the point.
Well, the one thing that kind of becomes clear is that she's clearly like way ahead of these people, and she's like, something about this just ain't right. And
yeah, it's this movie that ain't fucking right.
Yeah. But actually, I see familiar faces in terms of the cast. So.
Yeah. So some of the actors there, I am good to see that we do have good actors. The female and the boy that are like getting married, I'm not too familiar with them, and I'm kind of just like.
Well, it's an indie film, so I mean, you might not have heard of these people unless you follow that scene. But
they've been in no Zelda game. That's for sure.
I don't know, like. Yeah, it's I'm in agreement with Lewis on this one. I don't feel anything in shush you. I mean, I honestly don't feel anything particularly. When I see that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be in this place. And it's not a suspense thriller that catches my interest. So
I think that's the problem with this. It doesn't catch me. It's not a suspense thriller that really grabs the audience. It's just more weird, and you're left questioning what's this about. And if this is supposed to be a suspense thriller, even though they try to make suspenseful things at the end of the trailer, at that point, at the 1 minute 50 second mark, you're already too late to grab the audience. And that's the problem with this trailer. It's just it doesn't grab the audience. It did not grab me, and it just seems like a very generic meh.
how did it grab you? No, stop.
It was just this would.
Are we gonna fist it on that note, or what? What beyond the wall? We have a message. Come on.
What drives me nuts?
You're burning.
It just is driving me nuts. What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Patrick. As y'all seen us do trailer reactions, these guys always talk about they give away too much. This gives the perfect amount of trailer that you need to provoke you. It doesn't give anything away, which is what you don't want to be. You always complain that they give too much away. You're by your own statement, you wanted more to understand what the hell's going on, but this just gives you a perfect amount. What I think is, and what needs to be stated is, it's not your cup of tea, and it doesn't have to be your cup of tea. Not every thing that comes out is your cup of tea. So I would just say that I wouldn't say that it doesn't give enough, because you already have that problem with other trailers. So it's just enough for this kind of a genre film. And to me, yeah, I think it does what it needs to do. It's just, and I'm interested because of the type of story it's in, and it's my lane, but it's just perfect for what it is. But for you guys, it's just not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
So let's just,
I agree with that. I agree.
So remember that for those other people beside yourself.
I agree.
Well, that's why I said
it does what it needs to do. With which you're absolutely right. It doesn't spoil anything. It keeps you wondering. But the problem with the trailer is it doesn't grasp the audience.
Well,
Not you. That's it. It's not you.
I don't think it's effective. I don't. That's how I feel.
I think it's
because it's not for your lane.
No, but I know this is for the horror lane, but we've seen a lot of horror trailers where there are things that immediately grasp you or throw something in there. This starts off for a minute that's very slow. Very, very slow. And then they add in the snake element, and you're just kind of what's going on. And then the last 20 seconds is really the horror suspense thing in there.
Well, they
now that's the problem, because most other trailers, all they do is the jump scare, blah blah blah. But you need to have some. This is you have to vary yourself from other horror trailers.
Yeah.
This is for this horror genre.
Well, I said it's
in a different type.
It's a suspense thriller, really.
Yeah.
But if we look at that other trailer that we did of the white cult, Midsommar, it's very similar in that aspect. But Midsommar grasps you immediately. I feel it's a lot more powerful grasping you than this movie does. It's very
same type
in that.
Yeah.
I think it's just not your type of story.
It's the same type of movie.
Yeah.
It really is. but that does a better job grasping audience than this one does.
Well,
That's-
I'll
that's
agree
all I'm
that
saying.
I think Midsommar kind of caters to a slightly larger audience, but I think that this in particular, like if you have any context of like the misuse of religion, I don't want to lump everybody, but evangelical, that whole context of it, like that, the religious political context of various things and how it plays out in these rural communities, then that way, yes, it does very much engage. Like it's hitting all the marks on the audience that it wants to hit. It's clearly it's like an acquired taste. You know what I mean? So
Well, yeah, I said that's what I was mentioning before. It's an indie film, so
Yeah,
for those
indie
who are
films
into
are
that
usually-
too, it's a very acquired taste.
yeah.
But at this time, I think we're going to put it to a vote. We're going to fist this thing. So we all know how you do this, but if you're new to the channel, we're going to put our fists up. We're going to give it a thumbs up. We're going to check this out. Thumbs aside if we need a little bit more improvement on it, or thumbs down if it's shit, we're not going to watch it. So I think we're all ready for this?
Yeah.
So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna go to the side.
Oh,
because
she's up to the side.
Because it's not like my cup of tea, so to speak. But like, if I were to step outside of my comfort zone and check out a movie, I mean, it's not that far outside of my comfort zone.
Right.
But like if I was to teeter a little bit off the deep end, then yeah, I watch it. It seems really cool. Like if somebody were to be like, "Oh, let's go check out this movie," I'd see it. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I would really like go out of my own way to.
I
watch
think
it.
I think the only thing that will get me to watch this movie is if everybody is blowing up about this movie. Like, this is an amazing suspense thriller. You have to watch this. And we've had suspense thrillers like that where people are just, you need to watch this film. It is something you have to watch. And it's like, I don't like suspense thrillers, but I'll watch it and I'll agree. That was an amazing film. If people talk about it like this, I will go out and watch it. But from what I see here,
Yeah, like I said, it's not my style of thriller, but if somebody happens to have it on, we're streaming it, or, we're all together and we just happen to watch it, then I wouldn't mind watching it, but it's not something that I'm going to jump to go see.
yeah. But, you've heard all of our opinions. What do you think? Do you think white people are growing crazy with snakes, or should they replace them with talking knives or giraffes or what have you? Let us know down in the comments below. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you get that dingling whenever we bring out new movies, trailer reacts, video game trailer reacts, or just something very special.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm Lewis Bailey with Chana and Dale Exec. Dale,
What's
thank
up?
you all for joining. Catch you next time.
Bye.
He said hit that dingling, didn't he?
Yeah,
he
he
did
did.
say hit that dingling.
Thank